Beautiful. I'm going to make the video for the Sloe Gin. You've asked for it, so here it comes. I first got into brewing back in 2010 when I made flavoured gin. I wanted to make Sloe Gin, but I couldn't find any. I ended up making a damson gin, a blackberry gin and an elderberry gin. Blackberry gin was lovely, elderberry gin was lovely. But the damson gin was the closest thing I could get to Sloe Gin without having sloes. So, if you can't find sloes, or you're having trouble sort of getting enough sloes together, use damsons, because you get the same colour and you get near enough the same flavour. So I've actually already made the gin, and here it is. This is 24 hours on. And it's already taken on the colours of the skin. So, what do you need to look for when you go out? The blackthorn shrub is the shrub that you're wanting. If it's left to grow, it can grow sort of, well, into a tree really. It's unusual to see in the hedgerows because obviously the farmers cut the hedges right back every autumn. And my brother-in-law has done exactly the same around the fields that I go walking in, and so it means that very rarely do I get to pick the sloes, because by the time they're ready for picking, he's cut the hedges and knocked them all off. However, I did manage to find some that were safely tucked away inside the bush. So that's what I did. I got them from that bush, and this is how I make it. But first of all, let's explain what you're looking for when you go out picking them. So, we've got the thin leaf that's hardly serrated or fanned on the edges, single leaf. We've got the thorns, the big black thorns here. It's been split off. Another one here, here, and of course the sloe. I've already been down here and these were not quite ripe enough. You can see now they're sort of really juicy. Pip in the middle, and the flesh is really sour. If you taste it, it dries your tongue out. Well, that is it, guys. That is how you find the sloes. Now, obviously, don't go picking any berries and using them, and if you're unsure, check, double check. Don't want to go poisoning anyone with the information I'm giving you. So all the colour that goes into the gin comes out of the skin, and the flavour comes from the flesh. Now for the recipe, dead simple. Most of the time will be spent picking through them and washing them. But yeah, once you've got through the prep of the sloes, the rest is dead simple. So let's have a look. So hopefully you'll be able to go out now and find the sloes. So what I'll do now is I'll measure out a pound in weight of sloes. I will wash them and go through each one and check for any grub holes or any sort of rot or anything like that. Chances are if you found any pinholes in them, there's a grub in them, or there has been a grub in them and it's turned them bad. This is what you get when you find ones with pinholes in them. You find bad sloes. So that's why I go through them. I'll then measure out 8 ounces of table sugar, just normal sugar, and put it into a kiln jar, just like this one, with a swing top lid. Right, and I'll add into that 8 ounces of the sugar, and then I'll pick each sloe up and I will prick it either with a knife or a pin and drop it into the sugar. Then once you've got it into the sugar, you just add your gin. That's it. You'll want to shake it every day for 3 months, and then in 3 months you'll have the most fantastic sloe gin you've ever tasted. So let's get to it. Last one pricked and in the jar. So sugar goes in first, and then the sloes go in. I just prick them with a knife just a couple of times. I'm not going to kill them or anything. I'm not going to rise up in the night and strangle you. Just a few pricks, just so the gin can penetrate the tough skin and get the flavour out. Like I said, the colour comes from the skin. It's pretty cool because you'll be able to see it in sort of 24 hours. It'll be turning the gin purple. So that brings us on to the gin. I just use cheap gin, the cheapest I can find, really. You don't have to go out and spend vast amounts of money on expensive gin for this. I normally have Bombay Sapphire at Christmas because it tastes beautiful, and only thing that's going in that gin is tonic. This, however, is having sugar and a pound of sloes, or whatever you want to put in it, blackberries or whatever. So you're going to get a lot of flavour from the sloes. So you're not going to taste the gin in its natural sort of form. Don't need to spend the money on it. Cheap gin. Just going to add it in and that's it. Give it a shake. And that's it, guys. That is how I make sloe gin. Hope it's been a help. I hope it's helped you go out to find some and detect them. I will probably just put some cling film over the lid because they never seal properly. And like I said, you want to shake it once a day for 3 months. And in 3 months, it'll be ready. So that's it. Don't forget to thumb up this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all very soon.